If South Dakota had a Silicon Valley, you'd find this company at the center of the tech scene. DocuTap is a Sioux Falls software provider for urgent care clinics. It's grown to a staff of 200, and its founder is a nationally recognized entrepreneur.
I'd say our average age is probably in that 33 to 35. Yeah, so we've got a good number of younger employees.
The company's culture is meant to appeal to millennials.
So we're pretty laid back. We have to have fun. There's enough fires, there's enough serious things going on. We've got to have some fun.
That includes an open office environment, casual attire, and a new downtown location that offers employees more options for nearby dining and loft living.
And that's on top of just our desired culture of how you treat each other, how do you talk to each other, how do you have this great camaraderie, how do you build friendships, how do you invest into each other and know that there's truly an authentic relationship there.
CEO Eric McDonald said he's tried to create an environment free of what he calls the corporate backstabbing that can happen as ambitious employees try to advance in the company.
Part of it is surrounding myself with leaders that are like-minded. And if I find leaders that aren't like-minded, I've got to move them off the team. So part of that is finding an executive team that is of like mind and are willing to fight for it. Your culture is something you've got to focus on constantly. If you don't, it's just going to evolve and create itself. And so when we know what we want, we fight hard for it.
Part of the culture is a flexible schedule based on meeting performance goals.
You know, at the end of the day, more often than not, we don't care when the employee works, when they're taking a break. You just got to get your work done. And we're looking for productivity, and so if you can get everything you need done in a shorter period of time, cool. Do I monitor who's on Facebook or on YouTube? No, I don't care. You get your work done and we're good to go.
McDonald says the company is always looking for ways to reward employees. It's proven especially effective with millennials, who he says come to work wanting things their own way, but will work hard given the right incentives.
I think the biggest perk is we're just trying to find ways to invest in every person. And so whether it's paying for their parking, whether it's put them on a plane, put them on a trip, giving them incentives when they hit those incentives and you bonus them, those are things we try to do.
You'll find a similar approach on a smaller scale at ClickRain, a Sioux Falls digital marketing firm that ranks among the nation's fastest growing companies.
We're an 8 to 5 company, 5 o'clock, 5:30. You don't see a lot of people here anymore. It's dark, and we send them out of here because there's more to life than work, and it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to live it.
CEO Paul Tenhaken says he expects employees to put in a solid 40 hours of work, although he's created a fun environment at his downtown firm.
Our office is a reflection of who we are as an organization in terms of our culture. So it's open, it's inviting, it's very interactive, it's very fun. You know, when one person tells a joke, 24 people can hear it because we don't have any cubes, we don't have any walls, and so that builds some camaraderie and some kind of companionship amongst the team, and so coworkers become friends here really quickly.
The bonds among employees have enticed his millennial workers to stay in their jobs far longer than the generation's average tenure. In 6 years, only a few employees have left ClickRain. Tenhaken, who considers himself on the cusp of being a millennial, said the key is focusing on his workers' totality as people.
We're looking for more satisfaction in our lives than just what we get out of work. But what is a company doing for the good of the community? How are they giving back? How are they making me better as an employee? That's what millennials are looking for. Millennials get a lot of bad stereotypes, and a lot of them aren't true. They're hard workers. They have passion about what they do, but they realize that there's more to life than just work. It's not like my parents who, you know, my dad would trudge off to work at 6:30. He'd be home at 6:30, and you know, that's a long 12-hour day. 12-hour days, millennials don't want that.
And ClickRain puts resources behind its strategy. Tenhaken says company-sponsored overseas service trips are the biggest boost for worker retention.
We actually comp their PTO if they want to go on an international service trip, and we pay for half of the cost of that trip. So it's an investment. I mean, we're spending money. We're giving them free PTO, and we're paying for up to $1,000 for these trips. But employees come back fiercely loyal from those, appreciative that we've invested in them as people. It's one thing to say, I'm going to send you to this conference and invest in you to become a better marketer or carpenter or whatever. It's another thing to say, I'm going to send you to Nicaragua because I want you to just think about yourself, what you have, your blessings, you know. Employees appreciate that very much.